How is the offense different this year as opposed to last year?
I think, scheme wise, we changed some stuff. We kind of went back to what we were doing originally under center. But besides scheme, I think we're just a lot closer as a group. I have a really good relationship with Coach Worley, first year offensive coordinator. Really good relationship with him. And I think things just really clicked from a relationship standpoint.
How many schools recruited you out of high school?
Um, So Army was my only FBS school that recruited me. And then I had about 4 FCS schools in Texas and about 4 Ivy League schools.
Why Army?
It was really the easy choice. It was the best football, the best education, and an opportunity to serve in the military. And those were all things that were appealing to me. It was really the easy choice.
Give us an idea what that first year is like at West Point.
It's tough. That first basic training, those 6 weeks, pretty tough, especially when you don't come from a military background, which I did not. You're learning new things every day. You're questioning if you want to go here. You're questioning if you're tough enough for this, if you're built for this. It's very mentally taxing on you. But luckily I made it through.
How many phone calls to home about maybe leaving Army that first year?
Yeah, there was really it came in letters during basic training. We don't have our phones, so I'd write. My grandpa, I think, wrote me a card every day. So I got one from him, which helped out a lot. But I'd write home and tell him it was tough. I don't think I ever really said I want to leave. It never got quite to that point, but just encouragement from them and seeing how proud family and friends were back home really encouraged me to stay here and tough it out.
Was football the easy part of trying to get acclimated to West Point?
It was physically harder, of course, but not near as mentally challenging. Because when you're going through a tough day of football, it's like, all right, you still love football. So it made it not as bad. But when you're out in the field getting yelled at, that's not something you love naturally. So that was harder in that aspect.
Give us an idea of your schedule today.
So I woke up about 6:30, got my uniform ready. We went to morning formation. We stand there and they count us off, make sure we're all alive and well. We go to breakfast at about 7:15, and then we have class from 7:40 until lunch. Right now, I was able to miss some stuff to come up here and interview with you today, and then practice and treatment start about 1 to 2, and that goes on until about 7 to 8 tonight, and then we'll go home and do some homework.
When's the last time you got yelled at or disciplined?
Discipline. It's a good question. You don't get yelled at as much as a first year senior, but I'd probably say about 2 weeks ago.
What'd you do wrong?
I had the wrong uniform on.
Oh,
yeah. So they let me know. A quick correction. We got it fixed.
He's Bryson Daily, the Army quarterback. Are you rooting for Navy or Notre Dame this weekend?
That is a good question. Not too worried about them. If they could both lose, that'd be awesome. But you never gonna say we're rooting for that school in Maryland. So I guess we'll say Notre Dame.
Okay, if you could beat Navy or Notre Dame, you had to pick.
We're gonna try to beat both of them.
No. If you have two plays in the huddle, you got to call one play. So that's what this is. You got Navy or Notre Dame, and I can wave a magic wand, and you're going to win one of those two games. Not both, only one.
Well, there's a championship on the line for our game against Navy. If if everything goes as planned against Air Force, there'll be a championship on the line. So we'll say Navy for that one.
All right. Do you hate Navy?
I dislike Navy.
But what did they do to you?
They they're just our rival. You know, we say beat Navy. It was ingrained in us when we got here. Beat Navy all the time is what we break it down on. So, yeah, we dislike Navy here.
But you don't hate Air Force the way you hate Navy.
It's a different relationship with Air Force. Different relationship for sure, but we also dislike them.
Have you ever done the Heisman pose?
I have not.
Privately, you've never done it? Joking around in the practice, you've never done it?
Maybe as a little kid or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a good chance you could get invited to the Heisman ceremony. I mean, the numbers that you have, you guys are undefeated. I mean, there's a real chance here, Bryson.
Well, if that were to be the case, Chance Keith, one of my teammates, would be very happy. He hits the Heisman pose every time I run to the sideline, so he would be very happy about that. Yeah. Dream come true for him, for sure.
Do you watch college football?
I do. I'm a big fan of college football. You know, bye weeks are exciting because I get to watch a lot of good games this weekend. So, yeah, I'm a fan. As soon as we play on Saturdays, I try to find the closest TV and catch all the games after.
What are you going to do when you're done at West Point?
I'm going to serve as an officer. I'm going to hopefully start off as an infantry officer and then move into the engineer corps later into my Army career. But that's the plan right now. I don't know how long I'll stay in, but that's my 5-year plan up to that point.
Let's play the Bryson Daily push-up game. How many push-ups can he do? Todd, I'm going to start with you. How many do you think he can do?
125.
125. He looks like he's in really good shape. Just saying. Seton?
I don't think he knows a number that he would have to stop at. I think he could just go straight through and be like, I don't know. It might be 150, it might be 350.
Okay.
He just keeps going.
Okay. All right. Marvin?
He's a man's man, so I'm going to say 508.
508? Wow. Paulie?
I've got the exact answer. However many you need me to do, sir, beat Navy.
Ooh. You want to answer that?
I like that last answer.
So whatever you need, could you do 500?
I could not in one sitting. No, I've never done triple digits in one go. So
okay,
yeah.
But if you had to, give me 100 today.
In a day, I could give you 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it meant you were going to beat Navy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's good to talk to you. Maybe I'll see you at the Notre Dame game. Maybe I'll see you, and I'll be on your sideline, by the way.
Good. I hope so.
Yeah.
Hopefully that shoulder's healed up.
I can't even give you one push-up right now. Good to talk to you, and good luck with the upcoming schedule there. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thank you. Beat Navy.